welcome back to our London series. What's going on, Foodie Ohana, and welcome back to our London series. We're taking you guys along with us to experience some British food.
It's our very first time here in London.
We're featuring British dishes that we'll be trying for the first time. So we're excited to take you guys along with us for the whole experience. The first thing you should always get when visiting London is a proper English breakfast. We're enjoying it here today at Regency Cafe. So the breakfast set here comes with your choice of tomatoes or beans, toast or bread, coffee or tea. And I got mine with black pudding, which is another English staple you must try when visiting. With sausage, bacon, 1 egg, beans, and I added on hash browns as well.
And then you got a toast.
And this is my toast. This is our very first time trying black pudding. Oh wow. That is delicious. It doesn't taste gamey or bloody at all. I taste fennel or seasonings in here. It tastes like a crisp sausage. Very, very delicious.
So of course, when you're in England, you have to get the English breakfast. It's the quintessential breakfast here in England. My plate is also like Felix. I got the set, but instead of the beans, I got tomatoes. And instead of the toast, I got regular bread. And I will be trying it with Marmite. Marmite is a thick sauce. Ooh, okay. I got a pretty big bite right there. A lot of people either hate this or love it, so I'm gonna try. Let's see. Cheers. It is a quite pungent flavor, very salty, I would say. It kind of just tastes like a dark shoyu. I could definitely see eating that with like eggs, with my bread. A must try in England when you're here is the bubble and squeak. We have not tried it before, but we're super excited to try it. And it's under my egg right here. Oh, it's kind of like a mashed potato looking. And I think maybe there's cabbage in there. It's nicely browned on the top and on the bottom. I think they grill it on the griddle top. It just kind of tastes like hash browns with a crisp edge and some cabbage. Very delicious. I can see why people eat this for breakfast as well.
You guys have to try a proper English breakfast here at the Regency Cafe since 1946. Oh man, that black pudding, amazing. It's good. I think my favorite is the black pudding, to be honest. Black pudding and the sausage. I noticed the bacon here is more like a griddle top ham. It's just a delicious platter of food. So top it however you want, eat it however you want, guys. Just enjoy yourself.
This next spot is known for pies and mash, and it is called M.Manze's since 1902. This is the Tower Bridge location. They are very known for this here. This is pie and mash. So this is a traditional British comfort food, a staple for London's working class. Our very kind server did kind of let us know how to eat this, which is really cool. Typically, it is a baked pastry crust, and on the inside, it would have scraps of meat and vegetables, typically leftover scraps, with mashed potatoes and a thin green sauce called liquor. Actually has no alcohol, but it's kind of like a parsley sauce to eat it the traditional way. She mentioned that we need to turn this over and then you cut it open, make a little incision. Ooh, you see that meat in there? Oh, it's has a little liquid in there, kind of like jelly, gelatinous. And then you pour the liquor sauce on the inside. And then you take a scoop. First bite. Cheers. It's not what I thought it would taste like. The pastry, because it's the bottom portion, it's more, I guess, wet, not really flaky. The meat itself is kind of bland. It's not super like strong. I can see why this is a comfort food because it is very comforting, like warming, stick to the bones, nice amount of protein. Ooh, whatever meat sauce in there is really good though. It has a very familiar flavor, but I can't put my finger on it. It kind of tastes like poi, like a warm poi. I don't know. I don't know what it tastes like.
I want to try just the meat itself with this meat broth simmered in. It tastes almost like a beef stew, very meaty in flavor. It's not really heavy and rich, which is very, very nice. It tastes like it's been simmered in bone broth.
Yeah, it's kind of like a beef consomme kind of flavor. Okay, you got the crispy.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it with some of the crust here. The liquor sauce, it tastes it's kind of like a starchy gravy. Let's get some of that liquor sauce on here. Ooh, the bottom feels very dense. Tastes like what you would imagine pot pie crust would taste like. Also, there are an array of condiments on the table that you can choose. Kind of mention to put some of this delicious chili sauce and mix it in with the liquor. Ooh, it looks like a really light vinegary sauce. Maybe that's why it's meant to be mixed with the liquor. The liquor was more on the starchy bland side. Way better with that. It's like a chili, vinegary chili sauce. Very, very faint hint of chili, but mostly vinegar. If you're visiting London for the first time, you definitely need to stop by. Give M.Manze a try. Steak and kidney pudding, a very traditional English dish. We decided to get it today at Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese. And this is one of the dishes they're famously known for. It is basically minced beef or veal and kidney simmered over a stovetop, all encased in this type of pastry, also drenched in this nice beefy gravy.
It smells really good.
It's piping hot, guys. It just came out of the kitchen.
Just like the rest of us.
Wow. It's a little more gamey because of the minced kidney. Very beefy, rich gravy, very savory. I taste some vegetables in here too. It's almost like an early day beef pot pie, if you will. They really do it well here. As always, guys, don't knock something until you try it. The name may sound a little off-putting. Get it? Steak and kidney pudding. Might sound a little off-putting because of the kidney in it, but you hardly taste the gaminess of the kidney at all.
He got me interested. Let me see. I want to see the inside. Oh. This here is the bangers and mash. This is definitely a comfort dish, a very British dish, and you guys know this whole entire trip is filled with tons of potatoes, and I am not sad about it. There's a bed of potatoes on the bottom, mash, and then a circular sausage on there, and then gravy drenched all over it.
Oh, I thought it was a patty, but it's actually a circular sausage.
Yes, so if you look at it. So far on this trip, all of the sausages are very delicious. It is a bit different from the American sausage. The casing here is a lot more softer, I would say. Yeah, it's just a lot more herby than American sausages, or the sausages that we're used to. Like in Hawaii, we eat like Portuguese sausage and it has like more of like a spicy flavor to it. Or we eat like regular hot dogs, but here the sausages have like a really different herby element to it, like either rosemary, thyme, or something like that. But it's very delicious. It's not dense, it's not hard. It has a nice chew, a nice snap to it. And that gravy. Nice brown gravy, very rich, not too over the top. It goes perfect with this whole dish. The mash is good too. This is just comfort on a plate, you guys. So far, I'm loving the food here in London. While in England, of course, we had to get afternoon tea. We are here at the iconic Fortnum & Mason, and they take their tea very serious here. For today's afternoon tea, I got the Fortnum & Mason tea, and I'm gonna try not to offend anybody because here in England, they take their tea very seriously. I'm gonna do a little bit of sugar, stir it up a bit, and then I'm gonna top it off with some cream. A quick stir, and now I'm ready to enjoy my tea. Wow. The tea here is a bit strong, but I love the flavor of the tea, and it's loose leaf tea, and I'm a big fan of loose leaf tea as well, so I really appreciate that. And I love that they give you the full teapot, that way you can kind of pour it yourself. You can drink and eat kind of more at a leisurely pace. When it comes to quintessential British food or English food, of course I had to get a scone. In America we do call these scones. It also comes with lemon curd and strawberry preserve and clotted cream. I do believe you're supposed to break it in half like that. It's very controversial. Some people are very, very adamant of which comes first, the clotted cream or the jam. So I don't want to offend anybody, but I heard the right way is to do the clotted cream first, and it's a thick clotted cream. Oh wow. Spread it. Can I put the lemon curd on the other side? So I put the strawberry preserve on one side, lemon curd on the other. I'm gonna try it out. Cheers. Fluffy, buttery, flaky on the outside. The cream and the preserve goes together so well. A nice fruitiness with a nice creaminess. I'm gonna try the lemon curd. If you're a lemon curd lover, you'll love that. Nice tartness, freshness, creaminess, melts right into the scone. And if you don't want these, you can just eat it plain as well. Very tasty, very lovely.
If you guys didn't know, fun fact, Tikka Masala curry was actually invented in Scotland, Glasgow. Pretty interesting. So we're here today at Dishoom, one of the more renowned Indian/Bombay style dining fair. And guys, we got their famous chicken Tikka Masala. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful this thing looks. It's so rich and deep in color. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try this. Oh wow. Nice, huge, tender pieces of chicken.
A ton of you Foodie Ohana all said to come here, so we are here at Dishoom.
And what better way to enjoy your curry than with naan? Come on now. We got their cheese naan here at Dishoom. Okay, I'm going in. I can't wait any longer. Oh, it's so nice and pillowy, fresh out of the tandoori oven. See the cheese inside? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, they're not skimping on the cheese here. Oh my god, it's so savory. I love the flavors of the spices here. It's very, very rich. More flavorful than anything we're used to back home. That's for sure. This is probably the best chicken tikka masala I've ever had in my life. I can just drink this whole thing. The consistency is kind of like a tomato bisque, but you can taste the flavors of the Indian spices used in here. If it's your guys' first time dining here at Dishoom, their chicken tikka masala is under the name Chicken Ruby. So just make sure you order the Chicken Ruby if you want to try their chicken tikka masala. It is divine. My favorite by far. I'm gonna try the chicken now. Oh my god, succulent, tender chicken morsels in here. The chicken itself is already nicely seasoned as well, and all the spices. Oh my god. Do yourselves a favor. Go to Dishoom, get their Chicken Ruby. Thank you so much. Fish and chips, the quintessential food here in Britain. Guys, every local and visitor we've talked to about what we should try, fish and chips was mentioned the most. So of course we had to get it. And for our first fish and chips, we decided to go to a historic landmark. This place has been around since 1871. It's called Rock and Soul Place. I went with the traditional cod. It is nicely battered. Let's dive in. Gonna squeeze some lemon on top. You guys don't even know right now. We've been dying to try a proper fish and chip, or what the locals call a chippy. Look how thick the crust is. It's so crispy. Oh my goodness, look how flaky this thing is. Piping hot, moist and flaky, oh my goodness. Glorious. piece of cod. I've never seen fish this flaky before. I'm gonna put a little bit of the fresh homemade tartar sauce here. Assemble my first perfect bite here. Going in, guys. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Make this your first stop, guys. When you get off the plane, just come straight here or any chippy. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. The fish is so light and flaky. It's a very light tasting white fish. The tartar sauce is a perfect complement. Oh man, so good. Let's try the chips. Thick and crispy. So crispy, fluffy on the inside. You guys just gotta do yourselves a favor. Any fish and chips will do, but highly recommend Rock and Soul Place.
And of course, all the locals say we have to try it with some vinegar. It's a very light vinegar. That's delicious. Another English dish that we're trying for the first time here at Rock and Soul Place is called a steak and ale pie. It is a medieval style British meat pie. It's a nice flaky pie crust, and on the inside there is meat, slow roasted beef, and mushroom. Oh wow, it's actually a thicker sauce, like a gravy. I do see, look at that big chunk of beef in there. Tons of meat. It smells like gravy. Wow, it's kind of like a beef version of chicken pot pie. And the inside is filled with tons of beefiness. This is very delicious.
How does it...
I would say it's very similar to steak and kidney pie. The kidney pie, I would say, is a little more gamey tasting because of the beef and kidneys in there. But this one here, it kind of has like a meat pie hand warmer, like the New Zealand vibe to me. Very similar, I do believe, and it's very delicious. If you like meat, if you like pies, if you like that meaty gravy, that beefiness, you'll love that.
Accompanying my glorious fish and chips, of course, is the northern style sides, which are the curry sauce and the mushy peas. So I'm gonna try the curry sauce first, which is very interesting. We don't have anything like this back at home. Curry is a very big deal here. Not surprising that they would have sauce on the side for it. Wow, you gotta try this. It's so good. Oddly enough, it tastes like Japanese curry more than Indian curry, but it works very well with fries or chips. Wow. And I'm gonna start doing this at home. I'm gonna make a big pot of curry at home and just buy my French fries and dip it in this. Trying the mushy peas. It is indeed mushy.
And it's very British as well.
Okay, it's not too bad actually. It's pretty pleasant. It's what you think it would taste like. Peas that's mushed up, but it kind of has a mashed potato type of consistency. I can see how it works very well when you're eating something that's more on the salty side or savory. It balances it out really well. I like it.
So this here is a traditional British dessert. It is called a jam roly poly. It's typically a sponge cake rolled with jam. It was previously called a roly poly pudding or a dead man's arm or leg, which is really weird, but just go with it, I guess. It's sponge cake, jam. They serve it here with a side of ice cream. Oh, it's actually warm.
It smells like cornbread, kind of.
I've noticed here that the things that we call certain items like sponge cake, for us it's usually more of like a lighter, airy kind of cake, very fluffy. But here it's not super fluffy. It's actually a bit on the denser side, but very moist. More similar to a pound cake as what we're used to. It's also very warm, which I was kind of surprised by. Like it's piping hot. And then the jam is very, very strong. Like if you can see, it's a very thick type of cake. Also the consistency is kind of like a cornbread. Like it's a thicker meal. I will say I could see this being nostalgic to somebody. Like if you grew up and your grandma made like the best jam roly poly in the world, I could see like this being nostalgic. But yeah, it's kind of like a warm pound cake. Same as the mushy peas, because mushy peas also I feel like if you grew up eating it, then I could see that being very nostalgic as well.
Of course, when visiting the UK, you need to try fried toast. That's right, you heard me. It's a slice of bread that is deep fried. And we're gonna try it at none other than the famous E. Polici's. This historic landmark and gem has been around since the early 1900s. And guys, they're still running strong to this day, and for good reason. Alright, thank you so much. Wow. Holy cow. So you got the fried toast here, which is what we came for. It's a piece of toast that's deep fried. It's a pretty popular breakfast side item, but I noticed not many places offer fried bread. It's usually just toast. This thing is deep fried to perfection.
No, won't be a problem. Oh, what am I going to have for lunch later?
Oh man, if we love all things fried, this takes the cake, man. It's not so saturated where I feel gross. It's really light and fluffy on the inside still. This will go perfect with my full English breakfast. 100% must try, must visit E. Polici's. Get the fried bread with your English breakfast. Trust me.
So here they're also known for their pesto. So today I got the pesto pellici. It looks really, really good. We have pesto with some tomato sauce as well. Spinach on the top. And they do make their own pesto here too. Very al dente, tons of garlic, tons of basil. This is the first time I had like a pesto tomato blend. We got a very, very famous bun. It's called Sally Lunn's Bath Buns. We are in the Bath area. This is the oldest house in Bath since 1482. And the famous Sally Lunn lived here in 1680. She's most famous for her bed and breakfast and her little restaurant that was selling these buns, but now it's kind of more like a restaurant slash preserved museum. I'm excited to try. This is their takeaway box, super cute. And the shelf life is 4 days. So if you want to take it home, perfect. Oh, it's pretty big.
I don't know why, I was assuming there was gonna be like a couple little buns in there.
It smells like a nice toasty bread roll. It honestly just tastes like a dinner roll. Kind of crusty on the outside, not dense, very fluffy. Flavor-wise, it does kind of taste like a dinner roll, like how you would have like at a restaurant or on Thanksgiving. It is nice and airy, fluffy, but because it's cold, I feel like it would be perfect if it was heated up.
It does say on the box, best toasted. And if you do sit and dine in, what they do is they've cut it in half, toast it on one side and put jam and clotted cream, almost treating it as a scone. So I think that's the best way to enjoy it.
That sounds amazing. I think that would probably be the best way to enjoy it. If you're taking it home, definitely warm it up. But in Hawaii, we do have sweet Hawaiian rolls, so it's kind of similar to that. We are on our way to Edinburgh right now. When you're in the UK, of course, you have to try crumpets. So I got my very first crumpet. I've been wanting to try crumpets for so long. It's kind of giving me like Eggo waffle vibes, but I'm not sure. It's slightly toasted on the bottom and on the top. It is crusty on the top as well, if you guys can hear that. It does come with butter as well. I think it's a slightly salty butter. Some butter.
Hello, and welcome on board this LNER Azuma to Peterborough.
Trying it for the first time, guys. Cheers. Slightly salty. This is more kind of like a savory type of bread. It does have the consistency of an English muffin. It's very fluffy on the inside. It kind of looks like a mochi-ish cake pastry type of thing. A little bit mochi. Very delicious. The butter gives it a nice little creaminess. The inside is a bit fluffy and it's kind of like an English muffin, I would say. If you're American and you eat English muffins, you'll probably like this. If I'm eating it wrong, our Brit subscribers, please let us know if there's a better way to do this and let us know down in the comments.
Good morning, Foodie Ohana. We are off to the Highlands for a tour. But of course, being on the go, we had to try another UK staple, the sausage roll, here at Greg's. We've been waiting to try this. It's been ironically elusive to us because we're always on the go. Ooh, it's still a little warm. Very nice here. It is indeed a sausage roll baked in a croissant pastry. Cheers. Oh man, when you're on the go and you're hungry, like we are this morning, this thing is perfect. I just love the sausages here in the UK. It's amazing. And what could be better than just a sausage? A croissant wrapped and baked sausage, of course, which is indeed the sausage roll. Because so many of the locals here come and go, grabbing their sausage rolls, their morning coffees, the pastries are most likely fresh coming out of the oven. They're turning these around the clock non-stop, guys. Definitely when visiting the UK, get yourself a sausage roll at Greg's. If you do have the time though, our favorite sausage roll was at Borough Market, the Ginger Pig. That was amazing. If you're looking for a quick bite, something tasty, Greg's. Normally reserved for Sundays, a proper Sunday roast is a must-do when visiting the UK.
We're here in Scotland on a Sunday, so of course we are here at a Sunday roast restaurant here in the middle of the city of Edinburgh. This is Kylo. They're known for being an amazing steakhouse and they have an amazing Sunday roast lunch here.
So, your choices are
like the click.
yeah. So we've either got, it's going to be the stainless steel, we've got the classic stainless, it's very versatile this one. This is the British style blade, really good for like that fat cap on there. This is the French style blade, but better for like leaner cuts of meat, this one. And I mean, if you are taking pictures, there's only one choice, we've got the cleaver as well.
I'll do the British.
British, yeah, of course.
I'll do the standard one.
Amazing.
Got your homemade gravy, radish, fat potatoes, roast root vegetables, and to finish off the cream cabbage as well.
I've been waiting for this day for so long, a very long time. The inner caveman, child, whatever it is coming out right now, and I just wish we got a bigger size. That's all I can say. So for our Sunday rolls, we got the sirloin. It's gonna be a nice balance of meatiness to fattiness from the fat cap. The star of the show, the sirloin steak, perfectly cooked to medium rare, simply seasoned with rock salt. And another staple UK food item you need to try is of course the Yorkshire pudding, the perfect accompaniment to any Sunday roast. Don't mind if I do. Let's get some sides too. These are beef fat roasted potatoes. Guys, the sides here at Kylo are unlimited, so I'm planning to go ham, or in this case, go beef. This is their cabbage slaw and their roasted vegetable medley. Carrots, some turnips. I am gonna pour gravy all over this. Nice rich beef fat gravy, and of course gravy on the Yorkshire pudding. Let's try the steak. Wow, it's so tender. It's a little more cooked than medium rare, but cheers. That was divine. The fat cap, nice and crunchy. The meat is tender, very beefy, not too fatty. That's the beauty of a sirloin. It's more on the leaner side, but you get the nice hits of fattiness. So tender, oh my goodness. I'm very happy right now. Definitely have yourself a Sunday roast. And of course, the perfect sidekick to any Sunday roast, the Yorkshire pudding. This will be our first time trying it, so I already put some of that beef fat gravy. See it pooling there. Not sure if there's a proper way to eat this or any pretty way, but ooh, it's nice and crusty. Can you guys hear that? Ooh, it's very light. It's like a popover, very light and airy, nice and crispy. It tastes very familiar. It is dry though, so make sure you put a ton of gravy to soak up all the flavor. The flavor is kind of like the popover. It's just a vessel to hold all the gravy, to soak up all the juices of the meat. It's a perfect side to make sure that you don't waste any flavor.
The name is kind of deceiving because it's kind of like a pastry.
Oh.
Look at all that meat juices just rendered.
How you doing? How is it?
Very good.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing, thank you. A classic British dish I am trying right now is the sticky toffee pudding. I've had this in Vegas at the Hell's Kitchen from Gordon Ramsay, but we're here in the UK, so of course I had to get a sticky toffee pudding. Already the aroma of this pudding is amazing. It has a nice cinnamon, nutmeg kind of smell. When you think of a sticky toffee pudding, I thought it would be like a pudding, like an American chocolate pudding, but this is more like a cake with a sauce on the top and ice cream. Ooh, one biter. It smells so good. It kind of smells like a spiced cake. Cheers. Okay, wow, they do this really good here. The texture is kind of like a mochi kind of texture. It's very moist and it kind of tastes like, yeah, like a spiced cake. And then the sauce on there is kind of like a caramelly brown sugar caramel sauce. A nice thick drizzle. Gives it some moisture, gives it some extra sweetness. The ice cream that it comes with gives it a creamy element, kind of offsets the spice. Altogether, definitely when you come to England, Scotland, or just anywhere in the UK, you gotta get this. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Wow.
Ooh, I like that it's warm. It's really nice with the ice cream. I guess it's like UK's version of the molten lava cake that we have.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Foodie Ohana, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. We hope you guys had an amazing time, because we definitely did.
There's been a lot of firsts on this episode, a lot of different British food that we have never tried before. If we missed any British food that we must try, please leave it in the comments down below for others. That way when they build their itinerary for London, they can refer back to our video and the comments below. While you're down there, please give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join our Foodie Ohana, and we will see you guys on our next episode.
Alright, Foodie Ohana, until the next foodie adventure, cheers.
Bye guys.
Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh my gosh. What?
This is definitely
What's going on, Foodie Ohana? Welcome back to our London series. Oh, that's what it was.
So this here is a traditional British dessert. So
English foods. What the heck? What's going on?
no, like something is like flashing on your face. I don't know what it is.
The TV? Should I step over here then?
It's so annoying. Very British dish. This.
So tempted. This close to getting that meat cleaver one. It's so rich in depth of color. What? It's so rich. Another. Definitely, when visiting, try yourself a